What's going on, people? Come on in. Let's get this started. I got a few things to talk about today. One of them is this whole Q Butter and Polight situation. And apparently, Butter says that Polight didn't come uh, to Sonetta's Unity event because Q Butter, as he put it, people were ready to were looking for Polight, ready to get at him. What's up, Dark Man X, Salima? Appreciate it, everybody, for coming on in. Come on in. The second part of this live stream is we're going to be talking about the whole Tommy Sotomayor situation, and it seems to be that there's a lot of different views out about what's going on with that, and I wanted to give my view and let everyone know how I feel and where I come from on this whole situation. I did a live stream the next day, and I don't think it cleared up enough because I didn't know that it was going to be this many differences of opinion concerning Tommy Sotomayor and what happened. So I'm going to be ready to dive into that, but we're going to spend about 5 minutes to 10 minutes first. We're going to talk about this whole Q Butter situation, and it's very interesting that Polight wasn't at Sonetta's Unity event when he was built and hyped up to be there. He was like one of the main people. So with him not showing up, it left everyone to wonder, why are you not here? What the fuck is going on? And we all knew, well, most of us knew why you weren't going to show up, because you were afraid of backlash. And it seems that the world is getting a little smaller each day to Polight. That's why he's going for this reality show so hard. He really wants to push this reality TV show, this black conscious reality TV show, so he can be, pretty much safe from harm. So what we're here to talk about with Polight is what Q Butter said. Q Butter said that there were multiple people standing outside Sonetta's event. Now, I don't think that Sonetta went out to greet them. I don't think that Sonetta gave them any airtime per se, because I didn't see any footage of it. I don't know if you guys did, but I know I didn't see any footage of Sonetta talking to people who were victims of Polight and or his scamming or fraud activities. Now, with people standing out there waiting for this individual, I think that should have garnered some attention from Sonetta, who was throwing the event. Is that better? Y'all give me a 1 if that's a little bit better. There we go. I didn't know it was down. So I'm trying to be mellow today, guys, if you haven't noticed. So anyways, and I want to stay on topic. So I want to make sure I stay mellow, that way I can stay on topic. So anyway, Mr. Black Woman is God, though he uses them as a shield at every turn and throws them out there to the wolves. Mr. Cavity, aka the Grand Epperset, illustrious, impotent, Michael Note to PayPal, Polight. Your absence was duly noted. I hear that he gave a video response or a video call that didn't get a warm reception as well. So it seems to me that the world is shrinking on Polight. I think that's what it could be summed up to. That the world is shrinking on Polight, and he's running out of places to hide. When it gets to this point, desperation is the next step. So I want all you guys to watch out for the next desperate moves that Polight pulls. And we all know when he goes into hiding, like he is now, when he comes out, it'll be some grand, illustrious, act. So yeah, like he gave like a little video announcement of him having an acting engagement. Now this nigga's an actor. Shame. I've been calling you an actor all this time, and you give me flack about it, and you talk about me. Then you go on a stream and tell people you had an acting engagement, and that's why you weren't able to come. Shame. So I guess I was correct again. That Polight is indeed a thespian. Now, oh, hold on, guys. Keep on calling me. I tell her Deanne's coming to her house. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. So anyway, Grand Illustrious Epperset had to avoid New York this weekend due to the fact that people were looking for him with their receipts and expecting their money and or, as Que Butter put it, his ass. Shame. So Que Butter revealed a lot this weekend. We thank Que Butter. We don't know whether his intentions were to reveal things, but nevertheless, it has been done. Grandma 3000, we see you from across the pond. So, nevertheless, it has been done. Things have been revealed. And it has been revealed that we are not making things up. Now it's getting to the point where when Polight's name is involved with an event, there's groups of people sitting outside waiting to approach this man about monies that he owes them. We've said this a long time ago. We talked about these things a long time ago. We made satire type videos about it while being serious, which I call here Shame TV East Watch serious satire. Shame. And here at Shame TV East Watch, with our serious satire videos, we try to let you guys know what type of individual we were dealing with here. We were dealing with an individual who wanted to use the black community and our struggles as a way to come up and be some sort of buttered up celebrity type entity and or person. Now, we've been predicting these things for months, the past year. The predictions that I made almost 6 months ago, that was that Polight and his family is a traveling group of thespians. Polight came out this weekend and said that he missed the debate and their unity conference because he had an acting engagement, which makes me correct. Polight is indeed a thespian. Shame. You've heard from countless other channels, including this one, about people looking for Polight, about people very upset with Polight, about their money, upset with Polight, about large sums of money that they've invested into him, and found out, as Minister Inky put it, that his whole organization is fraudulent. Shame. And of course, Dark Man X, it was all clickbait. And so I think a lot of the people, once they got to that unity conference, they realized that they had been suckered in by clickbait. They realized that Polight's not coming, especially walking in the building, seeing people outside looking for this nigga for their money. Shame. The hell? Shame. That nigga was not about to show up to that bullshit. Especially if he ain't getting paid for real. He ain't about to show up to that shit. And it just goes to show you, like I said, another sign of production. He does it, ladies and gentlemen, for the people. Shame. There we go. YouTube has been fucking with my stream. If you guys knew how long it took for me to even get this stream up, you'd be laughing. Like, I don't know what's wrong with these guys. But there ain't shit wrong with my phone. Because my bill ain't due till another 2 weeks. So I know it ain't nothing wrong with my phone. But yeah, these things we predicted. We do this, guys, because we're trying to give awareness. Like everyone else who has a platform who talks about these things that I know of that aren't those people, we're just trying to give you excuse me. We're just trying to give you some sort of awareness about what's going on. We're just trying to spread our voice in a way that's not trying to capitalize on money from you. Darkman XTV, I love the stream you did the other day. I don't ever hear him up there begging people for money. I am on Latasha Pope's stream. I don't ever hear her begging for money. I'm on Kev Gill's show. I don't ever hear him begging people for money. Like, we're not trying to capitalize. A lot of people aren't trying to capitalize on everyone the way that these individuals are, and using our heritage, using our culture, and using lies about our heritage and culture. All these Africa stories, all these ignoring the indigenous heritage that we have here that is rich in this country. Sonetta, you're the main culprit of this, and I won't cut him any slack in this because that was his event, and he should have had proper security.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
There should have been ropes. There should have been roped off areas where individuals like Tommy Sotomayor, who is a controversial figure in the community, in YouTube TV land. So the mere fact that he is a controversial individual and figure, you should have known that. You should have looked out for that. And his security should have been in place. Now that's just being professional about the whole thing. But once again, we know when you're dealing with another Sonetta production, which is the fourth in a row, that ended in a near brawl and or a brawl, this is what we've come to expect. Now, moving on from Polite Silly Ass to go ahead and address the fact that this whole Tommy Sotomayor situation. This whole Tommy Sotomayor situation has gotten a lot of backlash. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to start at 0 and go to 5. I'm not going to start at 3 and then try to count to 5 here. First of all, everyone knows the individual that we're talking about. If you don't know him personally or don't know of his work, you've heard of him, and what you've heard probably isn't pleasant, and it probably isn't pleasant for a reason if you've actually heard him.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
So everyone's heard of this individual. Everyone knows what he's about. Everyone knows what he espouses to the masses and to European culture and what he means to European culture. If you had seen his chat, I hear it was Becky gone wild trying to save him. Tommy, what are you doing in there? What's going on in there? Do you know how that looks? To all the people in the audience, for real, seriously, do you know how that looks when these people look for any reason to justify the bullshit that they try to do to us and the atrocities that they commit to us daily? So that looked absolutely horrible. See, people wonder why I use this bell.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
And I'm going to explain to you clearly why I use this bell. I use this bell because I don't want to endorse you going around grabbing people violently. I use this bell because it's something that I feel is necessary for Black people to learn how to do. And we need to learn how to ostracize. Now, I'm going to paint a picture for you. That might look a little prettier than the one that we saw this weekend. You have an individual like Tommy Sotomayor who espouses bullshit about his people while never bringing up the other things that anyone else does to cause the situation to why his people are even in this hellhole and react the way they do to life every day. This individual knows this, and this individual willfully ignores this. Okay, this individual uses shock TV or shock talk to build a reputation while by dissing his own people to a group of people who disses people regularly. So Tommy Sotomayor does this. Everyone knows this. He's built his whole platform off of this. When this individual went to New York this weekend, this individual took his fake YouTube TV stardom.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
He took this to the Breakfast Club. And you want to know what happened when he came to the Breakfast Club? You want to know what Charlemagne did to him?
Shame. Shame. Shame.
That's what he did. He turned him away at the door with a shame. He didn't have to actually say shame. But indeed, in action, that is what Charlemagne the God did. Okay? When Tommy Sotomayor, down on his luck, figures he needs to make something out of the trip to New York. Wow, hey, Sonetta is out here and he's holding a unity event. Unity.
Shame.
We're talking about unity, people, Sonetta style. Okay? He wants to make the best out of the weekend. So what does he do? He shows up to the pre-Unity Festival, debate, whatever you have it, Kemet on Trial Part 2 / Kemet on Trial Part 2, The Brawl for It All.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Or better yet, we can call it Kemet on Trial Part 2, The Debate No One Asked For.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
But what should have happened to Tommy Sotomayor? When Tommy Sotomayor showed up at Sonetta's doors, Sonetta, Tommy Sotomayor should have heard one of these.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
That's what he should have heard, Salima. When he showed up to the Unity Festival, Sonetta style.
Shame. Shame.
Because there's no Unity
Shame.
reunion like a Sonetta Unity reunion. Now, when Tommy Sotomayor showed up at that Unity reunion, do you know what he should have heard, Sonetta? Sekhmet.
Shame. Shame.
All you people that were there, red pill, blue pill, orange pill, U pill. All these people should have did the same thing Charlemagne the God did to him. He should have never been invited. He should have never been let in the door. He should have never been. The way you get a person like Tommy Sotomayor is you ostracize him. He would have ran, what's up, Melanated? He would have ran back to Arizona or California, wherever the fuck he lives now. Wherever he timeshares now, or what does he call it? Apartment sitter. You got friends and he just house sits for rich people. How'd you get a gig like that?
Shame. Shame. Shame.
But yeah, there was no security, there was no organization for you to let in a figure like that. He would have had to go home with a total loss for the entire time. What's up, Posh? He would have went home with nothing. But in typical Sonetta WWE hyper fight fashion, controversy sells in Sonetta's world.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Shots fired said there is no excuse for them assaulting him, but it was definitely expected. That, in a nutshell, sums up my entire opinion of this whole Tommy Sotomayor situation. They should not have struck him, and they should not have struck him for intelligent reasons. That's the key to it all.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
For emotional reasons, he should have gotten exactly what he got.
Shame.
And or worse.
Shame. Shame.
Excuse me, people. What goes on in situations like this is that Tommy gets to go back and paint a picture. He gets to go back and attempt to paint a picture that all black people are nothing but wild hooligans who attempted to savagely beat him. But you know what? He's mistaken and he's wrong. And the first time I hear that video, which I hear is circulating out here, I just haven't heard it yet. The first time I hear that video, I'm going right in on him. Because you cannot say that black people are savage and unruly and this, that, and the third, because if that was the case, the whole room would have jumped you. You're not going to do that white man thing by taking 4 people out of the room who attacked you, or 3 people, and try to paint the whole room, even though it was a Sa-Netta event.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
The people there were acting like, you know, at least upright, like they had common sense, decency, in a sense of fucking humanity, because everyone didn't jump on you. So you cannot go around painting a brush on everyone saying those niggers in there. Nah, you mean those couple of dudes who hit you. Let's get that straight. This is one of the things I wanted to address before I let anything else go. Tom is saying that my phone is fine because when it buffers on my end, it'll first turn orange, and then if it's doing it real bad, it'll turn red, and it's not doing anything. It might be because I'm moving it in the way I got my hand over the phone. But yeah, it's like it's crazy because no one's addressing that. No one's addressing who we're actually talking about here. You know, we're not talking about somebody like a controversial figure, meaning some people fuck with Minister Farrakhan, some people don't. We're not talking about him going there getting punched in the face. We're not even talking about somebody like Professor Griff, who some people fuck with, some people don't. Him going there getting punched in the face. We're not talking about Cynthia G, who some people fuck with, some people don't. Going there, going to a unity event, taking pictures and gets attacked by people. We're talking about a person who spends 90% of his page attempting to make black people look like we should be exterminated. And that just needs to be said for what it is, because that's what he does. Not only does he do this, he does this in front of a group of people who are very emotional and impressionable and look for any reason to do all types of evil that they think of and really want to do.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
So it's crazy to see that there's so many different perspectives. You know what I'm saying? And so many perspectives that roll to Tommy's side. And I think that some people we might be jumping the gun a little bit. I think we might be feeling like people are defending Tommy because they're defending him. Because in a sense, the one situation where I guess you can call me defending him is the fact of the matter is any person who goes into an event and pays their money and walks into a door anywhere in America, whatever their belief system is, should be able to do so without being, jumped on for some shit that they believe in. So in any sense, I guess I'd be defending the fact that a human should be able to walk around and not get punched in an event that is supposed to be a properly functioned, invited to, legit event where there's supposed to be crowd security and or separation, is that and the third, for so-called public figures or controversial people. But that's it. Do I think that is wrong that he got punched? You talking to the wrong person on that one, because I feel that if you do certain things that'll get you punched in your face, that means you was doing shit that would get you punched in your face. That's it. He was you either do shit to get you punched in the face or you don't do shit to get you punched in the face. So if you got punched in your face, maybe it's because, Tommy, you're doing shit that's gonna get you punched in your fucking face. Like, I don't know what else to say. I have to be professional because I'm looking at it from the whole spectrum. Like, okay, it's an event. At an event, it's not a fucking UFC event. So if I'm not throwing a motherfucking UFC event, then, you know what I'm saying? That's what I dedicate my page to, the Harriet Tubman approach. I don't need to keep watching white people because that's pointless right now. There's no sense in having a nigga meeting when we got coons at the nigga meeting. You know what I'm saying? There's no need to have a meeting about moving forward in the world when we got coons and spies at the nigga meeting listening. So we need to start identifying who these coons and spies are and getting them out of the nigga meeting. That's the plan. That's why I said, I don't know who thinks I'm defending Tommy Sotomayor. You're not listening to me. You got your emotional blinders on. You must, because I said from day one, yo, chickens coming home to roost. Nigga, you was out here doing what you doing in a time that is very dangerous. The shit that you say could get my sons killed. I think it's my hand. The things that you say can actually get my sons shot. Not just me, my children, my nephews, my little cousins. The things that Tommy does can get them shot. To be a black man running around saying, shoot all them motherfucking niggas. Yo, you think some cop didn't take that quote and put it on the inside of his locker? And this is coming from a black man. Like, yo, that shit is crazy, G. Like, for you to, like, that's why I said, I don't have no defense for Sonetta, because fuck you, Sonetta. Every time you put on an event, it's some niggerdom. And at the end of the day, I come from the school of logic, meaning the common denominator. And in all these fucking situations, all these fucked up so-called debates, pre-debates, whatever the fuck goes on, one name keeps ringing and all of that shit. Another Sonetta production. So as far as I'm concerned, you're the common denominator in all of these situations. You got people out here looking for niggas because these niggas done scammed them out of tens of thousands of dollars, named Michael Note the PayPal, aka Polite, Illustrious, Impotent. And what does he have in common with you? Yeah, and I understand, man. If that's what you see, that's what you see. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody can comprehend what they comprehend at the time they do it. You know what I'm saying? At one point, I used to comprehend a certain thought process and pattern, and now I don't. You know what I'm saying? So that's you. But like I said, people get what they deserve. So I don't see anything other than that. You know what I mean? Whatever happened to the nigga happened to him. And like I said before, you probably should have gotten worse because of the things that you say and how detrimental those fucking things are. You should have gotten worse. You could have gotten worse, but everybody wasn't paying attention to him like that. Everybody wasn't paying attention to that nigga. So basically, he got away with that shit. In a sense, I'm going to say it like this. I'm going to reverse that shit. Let somebody like Phil from the Advice Show go to a motherfucking Ku Klux Klan rally or some shit like that and just say he there taking pictures. Like, yo, everybody know they would have cut that man up and been passing body parts around. So niggas don't be as savage as people want to portray us to be. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, out of a room of however many fucking people was in that room, only 3 or 4 people was really at this dude. You know what I mean? And for everybody who worried about all that cape and shit, dog, all that shit is good when it's time to be applied, nigga. Like, yo, everybody gotta be adults and think of the whole situation, nigga. Like, I'm not 22 years old. When I was 22 years old, it was all good to just walk up and punch a nigga in the face. Now, being that I'm 39 years old, I still feel it's cool to punch a motherfucker in their face when it's necessary. But at the same time, we gotta look at the overwhelming effects for that. I said before, I have a small YouTube page, and I got people from England who send me emails just because they see me and they're subscribed and like my page. So the things that I say and do are important, and they could be long lasting and everlasting. And I wanted to be clear, like I said earlier, my position before I get off my live stream, guys, my clear position on this whole Tommy Sotomayor punched in your face in New York, all of this bullshit. Here you go, man. Is this. Tommy Sotomayor should have been shamed out of the building. Tommy Sotomayor should have been shamed. The same way Charlemagne the God handled him is the same way Sinetta should have handled him, and Tommy Sotomayor would have been finished. Done. That would have sent a powerful message. Now, do I think all is lost? No, I do not think all is lost. You want to know why all is not lost? Here's why. All is not lost because another powerful message was sent. I've warned everybody before about a civil war that's coming. I told people it's a civil war going on right now between all groups of people. And black people, it's a civil war going on amongst ourselves. And it's between those who want to assimilate and be coons and those who want to be really, really free. Free as in, for real, tell the truth, we just want to be left the fuck alone, man. Let me smoke my tree, G. Let me raise my kids how I want to raise them. Let me live how I want to live. Let me pay taxes to what I feel I want to contribute to, not what you just taking from me and stealing from me. Like, just leave me the fuck alone. There's a civil war going on between people like that right now on the planet. People are tired of this shit. People are definitely tired of coons and assimilators in the black community. People are tired of fucking dealing with people who leave their community and then turn around and talk shit about their community while pretending they don't know why their community have the ills that they have and they knew before they left.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
People are getting tired of that shit. So there's a civil war that's brewing. So I think another powerful message was sent by Tommy Sotomayor getting attacked. Is it the message that I would have sent? No, it's not the message, Tommy Sotomayor, that I would have sent to you. So let's not get anything construed and act like I'm saying anything that I'm not saying. What I'm saying is that message was you being attacked in public by black people was a message to all those who are like you. That there's a lot of people who are kind of sick of people like you and the shit that you're doing and how you're emboldening hate race soldiers to attack our people. Do I call them hate race soldiers because I woke up one day and just decided to call them that? No, I call them that because that's what they are and that's what they show and that's what they act like. And hey, that's if you give me shit, I'll call you shit. If you give me shit, I'll call you shit. So, Tommy Sotomayor, I feel that you're a grown man. You know with the things that you say how damaging they are. If you want to play that game of this is just YouTube, dog. This is just YouTube, dog, and just saying things like as though it doesn't matter. When I just pointed out, dog, I have people in other countries that big me up on my tiny little fucking platform and listen to the things that I say and feel they're important enough to send me information to combat things that they feel should be combated. When people are trying to scam them and make black people look like frauds and pieces of shit. So apparently it's important, dog. And for you to try to push it off like it's just YouTube, come on, man. That's irresponsible as fuck. And you get a shame belt for that. And you also get a shame because you got your ass kicked because you put yourself in a fucked up position that you should not put yourself in. You need to address black people in a better manner before you just pop up around them and then call them. Then look at what you said. I hope the police kill all you niggas, which means for you to say some shit like that, that's how you felt the entire time. That is how you felt the entire motherfucking time. That is how you felt. I'm not going to be around somebody and I feel happy and I feel cool and I feel like they're great people. And as soon as something happens, you stinky, sour devil motherfuckers. I felt that the whole time, nigga. You felt that the whole time. That was your whole fucking, that was your whole fucking gimmick. That was your whole fucking spew. You wanted something to happen, in my opinion. I don't think you wanted it to be a peaceful event, but that's just my opinion. So that's my take on the Tommy Sotomayor situation. I think that Tommy Sotomayor clearly put himself in that position because he's an adult and he knows the things that he say, the damaging things that he says to people who are humans on earth who sometimes become emotional about things that you and I might not be so emotional about. You put yourself in that position. You showed your true colors about how you really felt about those people when as soon as something happened, what you said, you wish that the police kill every single one of them when only 4 of them did something to you and the rest were trying to break the shit up. So you want the police to kill them too, G?
Shame. Shame. Shame.
That's some crazy ass shit, yo. That's some crazy ass shit, B. Black man. So I'm going to go off the notion that that's how you really felt. So I'm not going to feel sympathy for you. Only thing, like I said, I think Sonetta's more at fault because if the event itself was held without cutting costs, Sonetta, yeah, cutting costs.
Shame.
You know security costs, so your ass was cutting costs because there should have been a roped off area for the audience and for participants and or stage handlers, workers, or whatever else is going on in there. And you had nothing like that going on, which proved why it is the 4th event in a row that there has been either a fight and or near brawl at a Sonetta production. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll be going again live this evening. Love you guys much. Peace.